Good day, everyone. It has been a little bit since I've put a video on here. I went on my trip, which you saw the last video, if you watched it, on my uncle's 3 Series tractor in Texas. But since I've been home, I really haven't done much. And you can see the tractor behind me. It's still just sitting there. I started it once, used it once in the last 4 weeks. However, I have, where is it? There it is. I have my generator. In which I am going to start today and kind of let run some of the older gas out. Now that we're getting into winter, I may need to use it. I hope not, but you never know. So this is the Rigid Zero Gravity series. It's a 5,700 watt generator. A friend of mine sold this to me pretty cheap. It was pretty affordable for what I was looking for. And this is more generator than I actually need. I can run the entire house on this, believe it or not. When we hooked up service to the side of the house, we went through and tested everything, and I was able to turn everything in the house on, kitchen, refrigerator running. We put both heat zones on, so the furnace was actually running off from it. So I was actually pretty impressed with this little thing here. Haven't started it in over a year, so we're gonna see how it goes today. Put the chokes on. Gas is on. That it started on the first try. That was the first pull. And like I said, I haven't run this thing in about a year, maybe a little over a year, and it started right up. So that's really good. We're gonna let it run a little bit. I'm gonna plug something into it, test it out, but that's awesome. So this is the box here that I had put onto the house, and you just plug right in up underneath it. And in the breaker downstairs, I have the option of switching the entire house off. And once the entire house is off, I can kick the generator on, and then I can start switching breakers on based on what it is that I want to power with the generator. This is not a review of this particular generator. I can't really review it because I actually haven't used it in any real world scenario. I've only really tested it when we put the hookup on the house. We powered the house off from it. I've used it a couple times with a saw, but other than that, this is not a review. This was simply me cleaning out my shed, wanting to start it for the season. I was really impressed that it started on the first pull. I literally have not started this thing, and it's probably been about a year and a half since I have, so that's pretty impressive. I'm doing something I do twice a year, which is clean the entire shed out, bring everything outside, and organize it, bring everything back inside so that I have back to front things that I'm not going to use, and then things that I'm going to use per the season. It's easier to get that stuff. So just kind of doing a cycle of the shed. I recommend everybody does this. If you only have a shed, I don't have a garage, this is all I have. I have to stay as organized as possible. As you can see behind me, I've got stuff hanging up here, I've got stuff hanging back there. Try to utilize every square inch of what I have. This is just a 10 by 14 shed. It was a prefab shed that was here when we bought the house. So I'm utilizing it in every possible way I can. As you can see, I've got all this stuff hanging up back here. Everything's kind of put where it's supposed to be. I have to get the snowblower out, start it, make sure that it's running as well. So this is just a pretty inexpensive SnowTech. I think it's the SnowTech 24. I got it from Home Depot several years ago when we first bought this house. It actually works really well for what I use it for. I no longer have to use it for the entire driveway because I use the tractor to plow it, but I still use it for the walkways and small stuff like that. So it is still good to have it. It's still good to make sure that it's working. So I couldn't get the snowblower started. This happened to me last year too. Actually, in the middle of winter when I went to use it, it wouldn't start. I put a new spark plug in it. It started working again. Now it's not working, so I'm gonna have to take a little bit more time to look at that. Time to plug something into the generator. It's still going out there. I have this small TV screen here for when I'm hanging out in the shed, so I'm just gonna go and plug it in and start testing. There we go. TV's taking a while. There we go. And she's on. So the Wi-Fi signal from the house out here is pretty slow. However, I am able to cast pretty well. So we'll walk over here, let that thing run in the background. So as I said, I have not used the tractor but once in the last like 4 weeks because of the trip that I went on, and I just haven't done much since I've been back. But I will, as I walk out here into the woods, show you a little bit more of what I did do the other day. Sorry I didn't bring you guys along, but it was just something quick, getting the rest of the leaves out of the yard. Turn this around. Probably doesn't come through very well. However, this is last year's leaves, which covered all of right here, pretty much over to here. This wasn't here before. Those are all the rocks I've taken out this year. But they've condensed down into a pile about that big after I've turned it. So I've started putting all of the leaves from this year out here. I still have a little bit more from the front yard to bring out, but that's essentially all I've been doing. So I know it's something a little bit different. It's not tractor content, but I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to where I've been. Those of you who've subscribed and you've been watching, I really do appreciate it. So I felt as though I owe you a little bit of an explanation as to where I've been. I do have some things coming for the tractor that I just ordered the other day. So I do plan on having some more content that I'm going to put together soon. Let me walk by this noise one more time. Okay. So as I was saying, thank you guys so much. I know this was different, but the new stuff that I have coming in shortly for the tractor, I'm gonna do a couple of reviews on those. Just 2 different things that I ordered to use year round mostly. One of them's for winter specifically, at least for right now. I'll do a little review on both of these items for you guys. For the time being, I'm gonna let you guys go, finish cleaning out this shed. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you around. Hey, last minute update. I got the snowblower started. I just had to go in and finagle with the spark plug a little bit, take it out, clean it, put it back in. So it is running right here behind me. Thumbs up. We gotta go.